On the brink, fears of an imminent invasion in Ukraine now as leaders there accuse Putin of wanting to start World War III, and Russian aircraft are active overhead. There is late word tonight from the Pentagon that Russian aircraft have crossed the border into Ukrainian airspace several times in these last 24 hours, a clear violation leaving the entire region on edge now as Ukrainian leaders accuse Putin of trying to start a war. Andrea Mitchell monitoring late developments from our Washington newsroom tonight. Andrea, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. In fact, the Pentagon says Russian troops have been testing equipment and getting within a mile of the border and sending those jets in and out. And that's what prompted Ukraine's prime minister to accuse Russia of trying to start a third world war. The U.S. was concerned enough that Defense Secretary Hagel tried to call his Russian counterpart, but he got no return call. And there are reports Vladimir Putin has now cut off all high-level contact with Washington. Meanwhile, there have been skirmishes between pro-Russian forces and the Ukrainian military throughout eastern Ukraine. A Vice News reporter, Simon Ostrovsky, now free, says Russian partisans held him for 4 days, beat him, and accused him of working for the CIA, which is not true. In South Korea today, President Obama called European leaders to urge more sanctions on Russia, which will be imposed Monday, we're told. The allies agreed to ratchet up sanctions on Russia, but will not go as far as the U.S. wants to avoid hurting their own economies. They do a lot of business with Russia. Brian?
Andrea Mitchell in our D.C. newsroom tonight. Andrea, thanks.